Hello. Well, like I think pretty much everyone else, I thought that the new update for No Man's Sky, the Abyss, was coming along on Thursday, which is when they usually do their updates. No, it came along today, and okay, I've already finished the new storyline. It's pretty short, but by finishing it, it means there's no way I can do any spoilers as far as that goes. But yeah, it does mean that among the other new features is the new Exocraft, which is the Nautilon. So I am about to show that. Before I do, I have a new S-class ship. And yes, it's a ship with balls. So, oh, yeah, there it is. So I have fully upgraded it. One thing that I found out, which I wish I knew before, once you've got the indium drive fitted, you no longer need the emerald or the cadmium drives fitted. It does the job of all three. You got a bit of a visual clue actually with the icon, because you can see the blue, the green and the red in the thrusters there. So yeah, you only need that one. Once you've got that, you can get rid of the cadmium and the emerald drive. So that's how mine is outfitted. I don't think I'm going to change my ship again. Well, I keep saying that, so and I still do. Now, I've got a few new parts here. Now, you remember my video, which I only did, was it yesterday? Maybe the day before? I'm pretty sure it's yesterday. I was talking about how rare that S-rated aeration membrane was for the underwater breathing. Well, that didn't last long. Now everyone's got it. You get one free at the start of the Abyss update. So I've actually now got two fitted. So yeah, they last twice as long and use up twice as many resources. 40 oxygen to resupply each of those. It looks like there's a fire engine or something parked outside. Nice one. So I've also got a couple of upgrades here, S-rated of course, for my Nautilon. So I'll fit that in a sec. But this hypnotic eye, that's one of the new items that you can now get, as is crystal sulfide and cyto-phosphate, all found underwater. So, well, let's get under the water here. You can now use your jetpack underwater as well. Now that thing there is where you get the crystal sulfide from. You've got to be careful when you're collecting it, because when you disturb it too much, as I have here, it starts rumbling, and then you get that jet of heat coming out of it. If you're too close, that will cause damage. Check here, I have done all those fish. Armoured clam, right, we'll check that out, but we'll check that out in the Nautilon. There she is. Now currently I've got one S-rated engine upgrade, along with the one that you can buy the blueprint for. Two other things I still need to do: the Tessis beam, which is a mounted laser, and Nautilus or Nautilon cannon, another mounted laser. I don't know if this is a mining laser. doesn't say as such, but oh hang on, yeah, there we go. Allows the use of high energy optical mining systems. So yeah, so that's what that is. Good, I could do with one of those, and I could certainly do with one of these. So I need 12 living pearls. I have had some, but I used them in getting this thing. But these armoured clams here, this is where you get those living pearls. So, get out. What we need to do is fire a shot at it. It opens up, you swim towards it and grab the pearl, but you have to do it quick. Otherwise it will shut up again. Oh, and yes, that happens, you get that sort of reaction. And that again causes damage. Now let's quickly install these other two engine upgrades. So that's what that one does. Boost power 55, top speed plus 11, fuel efficiency plus 20. So this thing just does a fuel efficiency plus 20, so it doesn't look like it's that great, but it's not like I'm going to run out of slots. Alright, install the last one. There we go. So we now have 3 S-rated engine upgrades for this thing. Fuel efficiency in it is now extremely good. Now I need to find more of those living pearls. As I say, I need 12 to do the upgrade, or the 2 upgrades to fit the 2 weapons, and I currently have 2. Right, let's see how fast this thing goes now. Oh, that's made a big old difference. Yeah, that's not bad. Now this thing here, this spiky like bush, this is where you get the cyto-phosphate, and sometimes when you mine from it, let's see if it will do it here, you get these like strange jellyfish like things coming out of them, and they will attack you. They basically sort of explode as they get really close to you, and I've not had a single one so far. Oh, here they are. So you don't get anything for killing them. It's a bit like dealing with the horrors at the abandoned buildings. Anyway, I'll wait for them to go. I don't really want to be coming up the surface. There must be an easier way to dive than that, but if there is, I haven't found it yet. Right, let's get these other 2 living pearls. Right, so we've got 4 of them now. Time to find a few more. Looks like we got at least 2, maybe 3 here. Not bad. Right. Okay. So, looks like it's best to not get too close when firing at them. Yeah, oh no, I was too close there. There we go. Now, of course, if I can fire the, if I can, you know, get the mine done, we've got enough to fit 1. The cannon. Oh yeah, only needed 2 living pearls, so yeah, no wonder. Alright, we'll fit that, so there's those 3 spaces there. If there are upgrades for that cannon available, surely there are. In which case, the last one then, the mining laser one, I'll put down here. So, right, I need another 5 of those. I'm also actually tempted to put it there. and I will need to make the fuel. The fuel is a bit of a pain actually. You need salt, that cyto-phosphate, and carbon, and I don't have enough carbon on me, for fuck's sake. The annoying thing is I've got loads of these carbon crystals which I left on the freighter. That was some of the stuff that my expedition brought back, because yeah, they've come back now. So I say that like that. That's going on the assumption that you actually watched the previous video I did. Right, that okay looked promising, but that's one that I've already opened. Okay, let's going nearer to the coastline here. Okay, alright, we've got two here. Right, so I now have 7 of them. There you go, using the jetpack underwater, which you can now do. Right, another 3. Actually, let's test out the cannon. Wow, that looked pathetic. Right, okay. Oops. Nicely done, eh? Seem to be in some rather shallow water here. Get out, right, there we go. There's an easy way of surfacing, a quick way. It's basically the boosters that this thing has. There must also be a quick way of diving. I just haven't found the key yet. Is it shift? No. There also has to be a way of finding these living pearl things without just relying on blind luck. Well, yeah, there is a way. But, I have to get out of here in order to do that. Okay, well let's do that then. There's one. This one's in some shallow water. Alright, 2 more. Okay, that one's close. Ways to describe it, and I'm practically right on top of them. They must be under the surface. Okay, try him then. There we go. This is where I now find 2. Right, so I've got that fucker. place. Right, so now let's yeah, I will put it here directly under this one. There we go. So we now also have the mining beam. I do need to get some more fuel for here. I'm wondering if now that I've installed these, I will now also get the upgrades for them appearing. Because another change is that there are now fuck's sake, on the docking stations where you have the merchants who sell like the upgrades for the suit and for the ship and for the multi-tool. There's now also one that does it for your exocraft. I don't know if that means that the bloke at the base no longer does them. I guess there's one way to find out. Anyway, let's head back to the docking station then and take a look. Okay, now of course the lighting in here is now all fucked up because I was on a planet where the storm was. There you go, you got a better look at the new ship. Yeah, bit of a looker I think, which is why I went for it. I had no other reason for getting rid of my previous hauler. So anyway, so yeah, we have the multi-tool one there, we have the starship one there as always, and now here is the one for exocraft. No, nothing, oh hang on, yeah right, laser module, A and B, but he doesn't have any S. Doesn't mean that there aren't any, but it means he hasn't got them. And okay, so yeah, Nautilon cannon module, you can get those as well, but yeah, and he has those available as a C. So that's my next job then, is to try and find the laser and the cannon upgrades for the Nautilon. So there you go, just a short one this time, but yeah, the update's already here. It's coming along on Monday instead of Thursday, so that's not bad going at all. And it is pretty good. The new exocraft I think is great. I mean, to be honest, I don't do an awful lot of underwater exploring. I suspect that might change now, and I also suspect I'm going to need to get a lot more oxygen than I used to. I used to pretty much ignore it. Well, I certainly can't do that. Yeah, can't do that. No, I certainly can't ignore those anymore. Oh, looks like everything has grown again. So I mean, it's not like I need the units. I did pass 4 billion, hardly surprising. Let's see what we can do as far as refining some of this new stuff. Right, what does crystal sulfide? 250 sodium nitrate. That's oh, all 5. So it's 1 to 50. Yeah, I don't need that though. Okay, let's try. What does cyto-phosphate? Condensed carbon. Well, the last one was a living, but I can't see this. Gold. If only I needed gold. I've got loads of it. I want silver. Okay, let's try the last one then. Kelp sack. I think you have to. Yeah. Well, that does make sense. But I think if you mix that with something else, but I can't remember what it is, you will get something far more useful and far more valuable. Oh yeah, hypnotic eye. I didn't check that one. Actually, I didn't show you the hypnotic eye. Oh, living slime. Now that I need if I want to make runaway mould, which I can then convert to nanites. Well, that's something else to consider. Actually, that reminds me. I didn't show where the hypnotic eyes come from. So let's go back to the planet. It gives me an excuse to get out of it. There we go. Gives me an excuse to jump into the old Nautilon again. I do wish there was another planet in this system with, you know, with oceans, because this one with its frequent blizzards is a fucking pain in the arse. I think I'm going close enough to the coastline. I need to be able to land. At least I hope that's coastline and not just the clouds. Notice the fucking clouds, so I'm actually nowhere near. Oh, there's an island there. Right, here we go. Oh, just for a fucking change. Oh, this one is flatter. Summon the old jalopy. Yeah. Now, there we go. You just scan like you do in all the other. There it is. 418. That shouldn't take too long. Right, there we go. Unfortunately, the booster only works to boost you upwards. Oops. I forgot to get the carbon I need for the fuel. Right, let's. There are a few trees on the island here, so we'll do that. Yeah, one glitch. See all those creatures there? They're fish, which now have disappeared, but I didn't see that knowledge stone either. If I press the right key. Fucking predatory creature That's one of those little crab things. Looks like I'm outrunning. Well, I'll certainly be getting enough carbon here. Where are those little fuckers gone? Oh, that's a big fucker. But it's not something new. Some more light from this cunt. There's two more around. There we go, and one more, here he is. Why did I just use the fucking bolt caster and be done with it? There we go. Alright, let's head back to fucking hell, I forgot my thermal protection was that low. Let that charge back up again. Oh, a lot of crap that I need to sell. Alright, now that the storm's over, I think I can actually get out. Alright, can't see where the exocraft has gone. Over here. Right, now let's make our way to that signal. See, no, now let's actually refuel the fucking thing, which is what I was meant to do. How many of these can I build? Oh, another two. Right. Another one even. I'm doing well here. Right, let's test out the old Nautilon cannon. Didn't seem to do too badly. I'm wondering what the upgrades for it are going to do, because it's not like the cooldown period can be modified much. Something's just occurred to me. I said there was no point in me converting those items I had to gold because I already had a load of gold and needed silver. That's bollocks. It's silver I've got. It's gold I need. Fucking what a prick. I know what I'll be doing when I've finished here then. This building better have something good in it, that's all I can say. Tell you what though, those S-rated upgrades have certainly made a difference to the old fuel economy. Now, see that weird looking thing, let's just try and get a better view of it here, the abyssal horror. Now, if we get out, let's just quickly change to the boltcaster. Yeah. You cannot attack it unless the eye is there, but as you can see, it like pulls you in towards it, and you have to keep tapping E to get away from it. Here it goes again. So we kill that fucker and grab the hypnotic eye from it. Alright, so let's have a look what we got in here. That and that. Yeah, more pretentious bollocks. Just yeah. Nanite clusters. Yeah, that'll do. Navigation data. Okay, we'll replenish the oxygen with those. So anyway, yes, so that was an abyssal horror. I was actually surprised at the size of the update. I thought it would be a lot bigger than it was. It was only 200, I think it was about 270 megabyte. I thought it was going to be a lot bigger than that. I know the data for this exocraft was already in the game, or at least the model certainly was, because there were some videos on YouTube of people moving around in another exocraft we know is coming called the Dragonfly. But in fact, they tried hacking it, and they were flying around in, or moving around in this, and saying that's the Dragonfly, and it turned out that it was the Nautilon all along. You could see as they were using it that it was basically just acting, it was behaving exactly the same as the Nomad, the holocraft, but had been given like basically a reskin job to look like this. But I have a feeling the Dragonfly could be quite an interesting one, because obviously this thing is only useful underwater, and if like me you have built your base on a planet that doesn't have any water at all, you can't store this there. I mean, alright, I've got that summoning device, so I can summon any exocraft I built anyway. But I'm thinking that the Dragonfly, because remember, part of a Dragonfly's life cycle is underwater. We've got Christ knows how many ponds in the back garden. We see loads of Dragonflies. And I'm wondering if the Dragonfly exocraft is actually a way of transporting this around on dry land, and then when you get the water you can somehow jettison this and you know, just use this as normal. So as well as whatever its main purpose is, I think the Dragonfly could also be used to yeah, to transport your submarine around. Now, I base that on no knowledge whatsoever. I haven't got a fucking clue what a Dragonfly is going to be, and I don't think anybody else, other than, you know, Hello Games employees, will have any idea what it is until it finally shows up. But that's what I'm guessing anyway. Right, well that I think then will do for this video. It's ended up being longer than I planned. But that is everything that I have encountered so far that's new in the Abyss update. But like I say, I'm just pleasantly surprised that it came out today at all. I thought it was going to come out on Thursday. So we got it early. And yep, it's pretty good. It just adds yet more content to No Man's Sky. And there's already plenty here. And they just keep adding more and more to it. And I'm not at all sorry about that. Right, well that'll do then. Now go away.